All right, guys, we're gonna do a little race truck update. Truck's been down entirely too long. It's been about 2 years. I've just been piecing everything together. The last outing I had it out, I decided I was gonna turn on the second kit of nitrous, and it just wasn't happy. So I ended up burning up cylinder 7, and it actually messed the block up. So I had to make some choices, and as fast as I wanted to go, I knew that nitrous wasn't gonna cut it. The truck's kind of heavy. It's full-size truck, full frame rail. At that time, it was about 3,600 pounds. So I decided I was gonna go twins. So we did a twin precision billet 8284s, and I decided I was gonna do a 427. So this is the motor that's going in the truck. It's a Dart block 427 LS Next block with a 1/2-inch head stud, 1/2-inch main stud upgrade. We got a set of Dart cylinder heads on it. They're the LS3 heads that we've had ported. Cam motion solid roller camshaft. We got T&D shaft mount rockers. This side I had to actually space the rail up to get the right geometry on the valve train, so we're doing that now. And it's got a high ram on it, Dart billet counterweight crank, Molnar billet rods, and the Diamond LS2K pistons in it. It's about 9/8, 10/1. We don't have a reluctor on it, so we're using a crank trigger, which you see here, and we're going mechanical fuel injection, which I had to run this spacer to get the balancer to clear. It's actually been a nightmare. Billet cover so that we can run the cam-driven fuel pump. It's a 17 gallon per minute pump, so it should support all the fuel we need. It's going to be on methanol. We got some billet atomizer 550 injectors on it. This rail is not going to stay. I'm going to do a bigger rail. We did a LS3 high ram with a 417 Motorsports lid, and we got a Holley 105 V-band throttle body on it, just to not have any boost leaks. So the truck is still down at the chassis shop. It's getting 25 2'd, so it should be a lot lighter. There was a class I was racing that required us to have factory frame rails from the front of the control arm rearward. That has since changed, but it still does have factory frame rails from the front control arm rearward. We've tubed everything from the front. Everything's chromoly, trying to get it as light as possible. This is not going to have any water in it. It's not going to have any cooling system. It's not going to be a street driven truck. It's just going to be a straight race truck. The last time we had it out, I can't say that, the time before that, we actually set the nitrous record for the LS based Silverado trucks. At 148 out of nitrous, and on that pass the hood flew off. That was like a 556 to the 8th, and later on that night it went a 549 at 125. So it probably would have went lower 860s, 850s on nitrous. I never ran it in the quarter mile. It was just straight 8th mile truck. I was just feeling froggy that night and decided, hey, let's run it out the back and see what happens. So that cost me a hood, and when I got back, there literally was nothing left in the bottle. It was totally empty. That's why the mile an hour was so low. So new combo. I'm hoping to be about 3,200 pounds with me in it. It is going to have a power glide in it with a 169 first gear. I ran a power glide before, but it had a 189 first gear in it. So I'm hoping to go mid 4s in the 8th, 450s, 460s, maybe faster. We'll see. So I actually got the rear end housing sitting over here for it too. I'll show you guys that. This is the new rear end housing going in the truck. It's a ladder bar truck. In hindsight, I probably just should have done 4-link, but ladder bars are simple. That's what it had. So we're just gonna kind of use that and go from there. If I want to go 4-link in the future, I can still do that. I'm still waiting on the center section. I got a strange center section through bolt case, 40 spline axles, 389 gear. So we'll get that in the truck. And waiting on a few things. We just got to plumb the fuel system and wire it basically. So you guys will see that. This is going to get finished up. I'm going to set the lash. I got to get my pickup mounted for the crank trigger. I got to finish up making the timing pointer because the one I had on there didn't work with this balancer. And then we're going to take it to the dyno. We're going to throw it on the engine dyno and see what it makes. So we'll have fun with that, and hopefully everything goes well. Have a good base once we set it in the truck and have it running basically. So we'll get down there, try and get to the chassis shop, and I'll show you guys the truck, see what kind of progress they're making on that. It should be done soon. I'm only waiting on a couple things. I'm waiting on a converter from PTC. It's gonna do a bolt together deal there, and I'm waiting on Race Wire Solutions to send me my wiring harness and relay board and all that stuff, so we can make all the wiring real clean. But it should be fun. We'll see. I'm just hoping it'll go fast. Initially, I wasn't going to show times on it. It was just going to be a no-time truck. But you guys want to see the times, so you're going to see how fast this thing really is. And if they don't let me race, then they don't let me race. It is what it is. I'll go find another class to race. But we do have t-shirts being made also. So that should be dropping sometime soon. I'll know within the next week or so what the design is there, so I'll show you guys that. And I want to say thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. You guys have been subscribing and watching. You guys have been killing it. I definitely did not expect the support, and it's awesome. So I appreciate it, you guys, and we'll see you in the next episode.